Hey, this is me again. Welcome back to another video. Okay, in the previous video we learned how to create the basic page routing. So a simple page. So we can go from root, home page to about page in this case. This simple, dead simple. Okay? But now let's talk about nested routing. This becomes a little bit more complex, but not that complex. So let's assume the following scenario. You want to have let's say that you want to create an e-commerce store, right? An e-commerce website. So you will have to list products. Of course, you will have to render products on the pages. But let's say that you want to have a different page for the old products, like stock out products. Is it called stock out? Yeah, I think it's the correct name. So the stock out. So basically products that are a bit old, that for some reason they were not sold, and you actually want to give them special discounts, and you want to place them in a different area of your website for that reason. So you want to split your products between two main pages, like stock out products and new arrivals, for example. So how would you do this inside the project? Okay, so we already have our app directory right here that came with the installation of Next.js, and in the previous video we created this folder with this file, which takes us to our about page. But now we want to have products listed in two different pages. So how can we achieve this? Let's think a bit. Let's first start. This is our root. I also explained you this. So let's just delete all of this. This is unnecessary for what we are going to do. So let's just quickly, basically I'm trying to delete everything inside the main tag, and I did it. And I do not need these class names. I don't know if I'm gonna need them, so I'm just gonna say this. And basically let's say that inside my home page I want to have two buttons. Let's just assume this scenario for a moment, okay? I want to have two buttons. Okay, one takes me to stock out, and the other one, of course these buttons are not going to work because I'm not importing and using the link component from Next.js. I am aware of that. I'm just trying to give you a very basic idea of the UI. And then the other one will take the user to the new arrivals. Okay, let's just refresh. Let's go back to the root. Okay, horrible, we only see the words because nothing is happening. So let's just actually not import the image. So let's just really quickly import link from next link. Is it next? Link should be this. I think this is it. And then I'm just gonna have just my link. Okay, and link href ref, and I'm gonna leave it blank for the moment on purpose. Okay, gonna copy this really quickly. So I'm just gonna paste right here. Just gonna cut this, give some visual separation between these two links. Okay, I'm gonna refresh, nothing will happen. This only turns into a little hand to indicate that is a button, of course. And then we can maybe just say this main. I don't need to call main, I can call main. Yeah, I'll leave it as main, doesn't really matter. I'm gonna turn this into a flex container, and I'm gonna say the height is going to be 100 VH. Okay, you don't see that yet. And then I'm gonna say that I'm gonna need to wrap this inside a div. I'm gonna say a div, and then I'm gonna cut this, paste it right there. Yeah, I'm doing this, I haven't prepared this in advance as usual. I'm doing as I go, I talk and I type. That is not the best sometimes, but this is the way I'm doing these videos. I hope you don't mind and appreciate my effort. If not, no worries, not everyone is the same. So I said flex, I'm gonna say justify center, and then items center, and I'm gonna give a background color so I see it a bit better where we are. Indigo 500, so the color. And then I'm gonna say the width, I'm trying to give like 2 columns with 50%. Oh, not 2, I want to say this for width. And I'm actually, to be a bit faster, I'm just gonna copy this one and then give this visual separation. I find it important for beginners, even for me, to better see where things start and ends. So new arrivals, it was right, new arrivals. I'm trying to create the UI that arrivals that is going to take the user to our pages that we are going to create inside products. And for that reason, I know that I'm gonna say products, because this is going to be my folder name, and here I'm gonna say stock out, and this one I'm gonna also copy to be a tiny bit faster, and it's not going to be stock out, of course, it's going to be new arrivals. Okay. Oh, the buttons, of course, they also need a bit of styling, otherwise it will be not so nice for our eyes, and our eyes like to see nice stuff. So I'm gonna say rounded, rounded what? Rounded full can be, and then I'm gonna say BG, I'm gonna give it a background color, BG slate, and then I'm gonna say 200, I'm gonna say the text color is going to be black. I'm gonna give a padding X, so horizontally of 4, and a padding Y, so vertically of 2, and a font bold. Okay, hope you guys can still see it, all good. And now, okay, it was applied, so okay, I need to change this. Let's just give a different color, not indigo, let's say green, whatever. So we see like the 2 columns, it's just a visual thing, it's not a real UI thing. Okay, so this is a button, and the other one, I'm actually gonna apply the exact same classes, of course, because buttons should like the same or very, very similar. That's like a design rule per se. and I am inside my home page, and I have a button, as you can see at the bottom left, is going to take me to this products slash stock out and products slash new arrivals. Of course, if I click this button, I will get an error because these pages are not created within our app directory, but I'm gonna press it anyways, of course, as expected. Okay, so that now that we created like the UI, we can now go and actually create the routing per se. So inside my app directory, I'm gonna create a new folder, call it products. Okay, and this is this bit right here, products. Okay, but now inside products I will have to create my pages. So this is the convention. I don't call a page, I will not call the page like stockout.js or whatever. I will simply create a file called page.js, and let me see if I can. Oh gosh, I can never remember these shortcuts. Oops. Okay. Okay. I sometimes struggle to remember the shortcuts because I am not so experienced, therefore many times I write everything by hand in order for me to memorize the syntax a bit better. So shortcuts are nice when you do master the basics. I understand the basics, I am not stuck in the basics, hopefully, but I don't feel like I really totally master it. So there's no point for me to every single time use shortcuts, especially when I'm teaching something for beginners. Okay, so that's the reason. So, and I'm inside products, and oh, I think I made a mistake already. Let me think a bit. Products. No, yeah, I made a mistake. So let's just delete it so it doesn't get confusing visually. So I am inside the app directory. Then I created another folder, another directory called products. And now I'm gonna split this between stockout and new arrivals. How am I going to do that? I'm gonna create more folders. I'm gonna say stock out, boom, and then still inside products, I'm gonna say new arrivals. Sorry, because I was talking and typing as usual, I made this mistake. But guess what? Mistakes happen. If you're a beginner, and even if you're not a beginner, I really believe that you still make typos here and there. So let's be patient. Okay, now I can say page.js or whatever file extension you need. And can I remember the shortcut one more time? Oh my god. Oh, annoying, frustrating. Okay. Now this page is going to be called new arrivals page. So I do not make the same annoying and frustrating thing, not remembering the shortcut. I'm just gonna create a new file called page.js, which is a convention, and then paste this. But this one is going to be the stockout page because it's this page.js file is inside the stockout directory. So I'm gonna say stock out. Hopefully you're seeing and understanding the hierarchy and how things are done. So just to recapitulate this very quickly. App directory is where you create your pages for your front end and where you render your UI components. Okay? If you create, if you have an about page, you create the about folder, and inside it you use the convention which is page.js, and then inside that file, you create your typical React component for that page in particular, about page. Okay. In case you want to split things, right? What do? Like I said, imagine that you have this e-commerce website and you want to separate your stockout products in one page and your new arrivals products in another page. So you create the products directory. Within that, you create the new arrivals directory and the stock out directory. And of course, this needs to be a perfect match, otherwise the URL will break. And correspondingly, inside, you once again create the page.js file. So this is the pattern. Your page goes inside a folder, and the file inside the folder is always called page.js. Page.js, page.js, and then page.js. So now I really think and hope this is going to work, and I will go to my page. In this case, stock out. Let's see. I'm clicking stock out page. Amazing. Can you see? Top right. And as you can see, we are in the correct place. Okay. Now I don't have any navbar. I need to go back like this, and then I go to my new arrivals. There you go. Also correct one more time. Wow. Okay. I hope you guys enjoyed this explanation, and I hope this was clear enough. But because I like talking and sharing my little knowledge with you, maybe I will help you. Maybe I will just help myself by improving my own current skills, or maybe I will get hired one day. I don't know, but I'm gonna do it. So because you watch it up to this moment, I'm gonna show you another cool thing, I believe. So we were simulating like an e-commerce page, and if you're gonna have an e-commerce page, chances are that you're going to have some sort of register and login system, right? So my question is, you splitted those pages, like for the products, inside this directory and then another directory, which is great. But the question is, what if you need to create this register/login system, but you want to organize your folders in a way that suits you better visually in your code? Sorry, not in your code, yes, but I mean, you want to tell yourself that you are developing this website, and then over time it's gonna get like plenty of files and folders, blah 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 blah. You want to tell, and you want to really further customize these folders without breaking the URLs, and you want to have, like, of course, a file for the login and a file for the register. Okay, but let's just assume this, for any reason that you might have, you want to put those files inside a folder that tells you right away what that folder is all about. So I'm gonna show you. You one more time go inside your app directory, you create another folder, but this time look how I'm naming my folder, not really the folder name, but what I'm using. So I'm gonna call this credentials. Credentials. Do you see this? This is different. This will be ignored by next. This is just for you, for your own organization, and I'm gonna prove you this. So once again, I'm gonna be nesting folders and files. So the logical thing is to have like a register folder and login folder. Up to here, nothing new. We did this with products, okay? But we just name it this differently, okay? But now inside login, I want to say, what is the convention? Page.js. And hopefully I have it in my clipboard. There I go. Great. So I'm gonna say I'm inside login. Okay, login page. One more time. Okay, and then inside register directory, I'm gonna create the file again. I'm gonna say page.js, and I'm gonna copy paste one more time, and I'm gonna say register. So you might be wondering, will React show this directory inside the URL or not? Let's see. What do you think? So if you navigate to products, we did this earlier, but by just clicking the button, not by typing the URL, and then we say new arrivals. This is where this button takes us, okay? Nothing new. We did this minutes ago. But we do see products. Let me just zoom in. Cannot really zoom in, but there's products, okay? The question is credentials going to be shown? Let's see, let's test. That was the folder name, right? Credentials not found. And this is actually good. We wanted to do not find this page. We want to find login and register. So let's see. Login. There you go. You now are inside your login page without having credentials behind, like credentials. And this is my point. And even hold on a second, there's a typo. Credential. Even if I try to access it like this, it will not work, because this credentials directory actually gets ignored by Next.js. Let's try. Of course, credentials doesn't exist, so we do not access it like that. And that was the point. We only created that credentials directory in order to organize our work a bit better, because credentials relate to login and to register. You need to create and provide credentials, okay? So login, and just to finish, of course, registers. You normally would have like a register page, and from this register page you'll have like a button or a link, whatever, that will take you to the login page, and the other way around, depending on your case. So, this was a long video one more time, but in 2 videos we covered like what I call the simple routing, which is just to create a simple page. We also covered nested routes, like having the new arrivals and the stock out products inside products directory. And now we also learned how to create a folder that helps us visually inside our app and tell us right away what that content is all about. But that folder gets ignored by Next.js, and that is great. I think this is good for now. Next, we should discuss dynamic routing and all of that, but for now this is good. I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope you guys keep watching the videos. I hope you guys, if you have any questions, just leave me a comment and I will try to answer it to it in the best possible way. So this was it. See you next time.